Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. How we doing? Well, just got done with this, and yes, there's leaves all over the yard, and I will explain that, and that's what our video is about today. And I'm thinking, how do I approach this? You know, but I'm just going to go for it. You have customers that really want to take care of their yards, but then when it comes time for leaves, they don't seem to really care whether you clean the property up well or not. It never makes sense to me. We're going to get into that today. And look, it's not our fault. A lot of people will watch videos and say, man, I wouldn't leave a yard like that. You are not going to do what the customer doesn't want done, okay? And if you do it and they're not happy with it, that falls back on you. We'll talk about it. Let's get into the video. Let me see if I can get some footage for you today. And we'll talk soon. Rained all night. Things are wet. Really can't do leaves today. But I'm going to do my best. So let's go to work. Okay, guys. There is the second yard of the day. Got quite a bit of the leaves out up in there. I'll tell you what, the wind is whipping today, so it's knocking leaves down left and right. I forgot to bring my tripod, so there will not be any footage today. I know, I'm sorry. Don't be too hard on Doc. I forgot, but I do have a great subject, just remember. So let's get on to the last one of the day, get that thing cut, and let's talk. See you in a few. All right, I figured I'd show you what they look like before I do them. Guys, honestly, I'm not trimming anything anymore. This is the last couple cuts of the year, and this is what it looks like right now. And I'll show you the after view. Now, I have to do the one next door, but I'm going to wait until I get back from the GIE. That yard is always soaking wet, and you guys may be able to remember that. So not too bad right now, but leaf season is upon us. And I talked with Tim Hurr yesterday, and he said, hey, I'd be willing to help you out. Of course I'm going to pay him, but we're going to be doing 3 cleanups a day starting November 1st, and that way we can get things done. There's another lawn care guy. See him in here all the time. So Tim's going to help me knock those out so we can get done, man, before Thanksgiving this year. I'm loving the thought of that. So hey, let me get to work. I'll show you the after view and then we'll talk. Okay, guys, here is the after view of it. And I went along for the customer, scraped up all the dead grass out of the yard, put new seed down for him, except for the curb areas. They said never mind. I blew all these up into the yard, cut them all up, and the time I got done cutting, they fell again. So it's a never-ending battle with leaves around town until probably mid-November, and you can tell it's windy. But let's get right into it, man. Have you ever had those customers, and I know some of you have, where they have a beautiful lawn and you want to take care of it the best way you know how, okay? You want to get the leaves out every time you're there. You want to blow the beds out. You want to pull the weeds, but you cannot talk them into the service. They don't want to pay for weeding. They don't want to pay for their leaves to be done. They don't want to pay for anything extra other than just cut the grass, trim. They don't want to pay for hedge trimming throughout the season. I've got people that I call and say, hey, would you like your hedges trimmed right now? No, no thanks. And they're overgrown, and we're talking about $750,000 to $1 million homes. They're overgrown, nothing's getting done, and all they want you to do is cut the grass, okay? So 5 years ago, I used to get really upset at that because I wanted to, if my name's going on the property, I want it to be the best looking property that it can be. And I know a lot of you guys are like that. I know Eddie H, I know Edge, Finest Edge is like that. There are just people that do not want things. I've got people that do not want cleanups done. So, okay, when I say cleanups, guys, I'm not talking about leaves, okay? I'm talking about your dead hostas, your hydrangeas will get cut down. All this stuff gets removed, and I do a bed clean out, okay? And then I trim the hedges, not completely trim them, but just touch them up, because I don't want them bare going into the winter time. But that's the type of cleanups I'm talking about when I say cleanups, unless I refer to it as a leaf cleanup. I've got customers that don't want the beds cleaned out, and then the next spring they say, can you go ahead and do edging and mulching and clean up the beds? Well, then they wonder why the price is so high. Well, guess what? You forwent, I don't know, it's a word, I'm using it. You forwent the process of letting me clean it up in the fall so I could just come in, edge the beds, and put your mulch down. Now I've got to trim your hedges, cut all the dead back, edge the beds, clean the leaves out, and put mulch down, and it cost a lot more, okay? So I run into that, man, and I tell people every year, look, if you don't pay for it now, you're going to pay for it next spring. Inevitably, they always say, no problem, I'll pay for it, and then they complain next spring, every single year, okay? So you're not going to change some people. But do you have those customers that love that beautiful lush lawn, and you tell them, look, if you leave piles of leaves on your yard, it's going to destroy it. You're going to have to plant grass seed. No. I've been doing... Here's the one thing I know, okay? If you have a customer that is some type of boss, owner of some other company somewhere else, they know better than you do 100% of the time, okay? They will not listen to you. They will argue with you. They will fight with you. They may even fire you for someone else that will just listen to what they have to say. I had a planting job a week ago, and I texted the gentleman the night before the plantings, or the weekend before the plantings, and I said, could you let me know, do you have the plants there? And he said, oh, I'm glad you text me. I already had the other guy go ahead and do it. I wanted a professional to come in and do it. Okay, that was a kick in the teeth. I didn't say anything, but I promise you I will not be taking care of that yard next year. This is my last season. Because I simply do not need a customer, first of all, standing over my shoulder when I do work. Second of all, treating my 13 years in business as though I am some type of guy that just cuts grass and comes in and out. A lot of you have seen my work over the years. I do very good work. Okay, I am a professional. I treat people as a professional. Now, 99% of my customers let me show up, do the job when they text me and say, hey, can this be done? Da, da, da. I explain it to them and they say, okay, no problem, thank you. But there are those customers. Now I can tell you this house right here, this gentleman owns many, many businesses, okay? And he allows me to do what I need to do on my time as to what time of year it is. And he does not second guess me, he doesn't question, and he loves his property, and he always thinks I do a great job. In fact, that's how I got the hedge trimming job that you guys saw last Saturday from this gentleman. So there are just some customers, man, you have to say, you know what, no matter what I do, I'm not going to make you happy. No matter what I do, it's time for me to move on and for you to find somebody that you can control a little bit better, because ultimately that is all it's about, is control. Customers have been in control their whole lives of things, and they want control over what you do. Well, it doesn't work that way in my business. It shouldn't work that way in your business. So I say, take the control back. Yes, you may need the money, but if you are doing a great job, if you're doing a great job, you shouldn't have to worry about getting work, okay? And number two, anyone who puts you down the way, you know, I don't know, maybe I should buy a $70,000 truck and buy a $10,000 enclosed trailer and have writing put all over it and say, now I'm a professional. Now I'm going to charge you $120 to do your lawn because I'm a professional. I don't know, but that was a kick in my teeth. I won't forget it. I don't forget those things. And I won't be cutting next year for that gentleman. So anyway, guys, hope you get something out of today's video. Hope you listened. Hope you learned. Oh, I almost forgot. Tom Doby, my man Tom Doby, last night did a short video where he did some push-ups. So you know what, Tom, I answer your challenge and I up you. So let's do some push-ups, guys, for Tom. Tom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Give me 30 more.
Okay, there you go, Tom. 20. So I know you're going to do 11 today, and tomorrow I'll do 22 for you, brother. Keep up the great work. And this gentleman that is walking away down there, 74 years old, does 40 push-ups a day. As soon as I was done, him and his wife said, good for you, man. Keep going. Do another 30. So, Tom, congratulations, brother. So proud of you. I hope you guys have a great day. As always, Dr. Real was in the house. Keep it real. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.